We're here back at Calamus Swamp. It's probably about 60 degrees out here. No ice on the water today. Lots of birds calling today, lots of frogs. The water is a little bit unclear in this spot. Might be some bacteria film on the water. You can see a big pile of snails below that tree. Interesting spot for them to collect. I wonder if something was depositing them there. Typical years, there's probably a few feet of water in this spot, and right now there's just a few inches on the edges. Lots of greenery starting to grow. You can hear and see all the red-winged blackbirds. Cacophony. You can hear the chorus frog that sounds like running your thumb over a comb. That low snore is the leopard frog calling. It's hard to hear under the noise of the red-winged blackbirds, but a lot of duckweed here on the water. And we also have some algae. Might be high nutrients coming from the surrounding agricultural fields. So we're getting closer to those leopard frogs now. We're looking for spermatophore and egg masses. So spermatophores would be attached onto the leaves, and the male would deposit those for the female to pick up. You can see the fairy shrimp swimming upside down with swimmerets and gills moving. Oh, and here's a copepod. Look at this little red thing. This is a water strider, likely in the Garridae family. And these guys move really swiftly across the surface of the water. Here is a tray of macroinvertebrates that we found, a lot of zooplankton, and there is also a midge squirming around. These are sometimes called bloodworms because they have a hemoglobin in their system that makes them red, but sometimes they're pale. You can see the macroinvertebrates in this vial and that midge squirming around at the bottom. There's also an isopod in here, but I'd like to highlight the fairy shrimp. At the top is a male, and you can tell because it has an extra antenna, and this is used to grasp the female during mating. And at the bottom are two female. One is carrying eggs, and the one on top is not. So that one at the bottom has a teal egg sac, with numerous eggs that she's carrying. When they deposit their eggs, they can go through what is called diapause, where the eggs wait until they know there is enough standing water and moisture for them to actually hatch and develop. So we're here at photo point number 1 near the dock. This is a bit more of the emergent wetland section of Calamus. It's a lot of the vegetation is filling in, and this section is actually pretty deep. It doesn't look like it, but you can easily sink to your hips here. And we sampled for macroinvertebrates. We found some odonates. These are dragonfly nymphs. And in the center you can see a ram's horn snail as well. This is Planorbidae, and these snails are pretty active moving around. We also found tadpoles and this large scud. This tadpole is fairly small, a bit smaller than the bullfrog tadpole that we also get at Calamus. You can see the dots dorsally and ventrally above and below that tail muscle, and the dots are not very defined there like they would be with the bullfrog. And here you can actually see the gut through the ventral side on the belly, which is characteristic of a leopard frog, and at the top is their mouth. And by looking under magnification, we can see, based on the rows of teeth, we can distinguish this as a leopard frog.